Hi, it's me, Renjit. If you enjoyed this episode, I request you to leave us a review. This will help us to reach more great podcast listeners like you. Thank you. Welcome to FS Brew. FS Brew is the region's first podcast focusing on all things insurance and insurtech here in the UAE and the wider Middle East.
Hello, I'm Vidya. I'm the founder of Forward, a startup that works with insurance companies to accelerate their go-to-market proposition, digital transformation, and digital marketing initiatives.
Hi, I'm Renjit Philip. I advise startups on their business models, go-to-market strategies, funding, and financials. I'm deeply interested in the fintech, insurtech, and the DeFi space. We have a power-packed episode lined up for you. Let's get into it. Yeah, so first off, let's go to Saudi Arabia, where SAMA has come out with draft rules to enable insurtech firms to be set up and to operate. And basically, these are focusing on consumer rights, fair competition, and technology services, etc. So this is probably one of the first few regulators to do this. What do you say, Vidya?
Yeah, I think it's a much needed move. I think in this region as well, we've seen IA come out with their sort of draft regulation on how should an insurer go about doing digital commerce. And I know of CBB having a similar sort of a framework. I think it just enables the entire ecosystem to do a fair play when it comes to digital commerce, digital selling of insurance products. So good going summer. And let's see how that really develops, because KSA is a really buoyant market to sell insurance online.
Absolutely. I mean, it's nearly 30 million people, and insurance penetration is under 2%, if I'm not mistaken. So this could probably promote a number of insurtech companies to sort of start thinking of KSA as a region. We all already know that DFSA, which is a Dubai Financial Services Authority, has their own insurance sandbox, and they're looking at insurtech companies and licensing them. So that is also happening.
So another interesting piece that we picked up, Renjit, was, we spotted RAK Insurance's telematics survey that's doing the rounds, asking consumers their, driving behaviors, their preference to, download an app. Would they like to do that? Would they like getting motor insurance based on their driving behavior and so on and so forth? So clearly, they're working on motor insurance proposition based on telematics for this market. Very exciting to know how they progress on that and all the insights that they would gather and based on which they come up with it. Your thoughts on this, Renjit?
Yeah, absolutely. This is exciting. This is probably one of the first ones. We are aware of another one that's working in the another insurtech which is working in this space. We can't obviously talk about it at this time, but this is exciting because it's a different product. Obviously, Middle East has its issues with privacy, and are people really happy to part with their location information? Opening up their phone to be tapped by your insurance company in return for a price reduction. That's going to be very interesting. And talking about price, and we were discussing this just a few minutes back, is how much lower can you go in motor insurance pricing? So with a number of these aggregators already out here, what kind of a reduction will attract customers?
Yeah, that's a really valid point, because we know that in markets like the US, it makes a lot of sense because generally the more, insurance pricing is quite high. And with this, many customers or most customers who subscribe to it, they actually find a substantial difference and reduction in their motor insurance costs. Whilst here, like you said, it's a price war. So it's a wait and watch, I think, when it comes to this proposition, but very interesting.
Yeah, very interesting indeed. And I wonder if other insurers will take note and jump into this. Does it mean that they will delist from aggregators and just focus on this kind of a product offering, or will they look at customer segments which have traditionally got high rating, like the under 25 kind of customer base, or the fleet policies, where the pricing is high? So can telematics bring the cost down for the insured?
Very interesting, very vibrant ideas. But my bet is they will wait and watch too, being a risk-averse industry.
It's time to jump in, I would say. So the next piece is from our homegrown Insurtech, Hala. I was walking outside the other day in an Emaar area where I live, and I saw these leaflets from Hala, which was advertising home insurance. They were offering a 10% discount or something, and if you turn it over the other side, there was a motor insurance product for the same discount. So clearly, they have started hitting the market with their new product offering.
Yeah. If you recollect, Renjit, we broke the news, I think, to the market first. We mentioned Hala's, up to something campaign, which was like a teaser sort of a campaign.
Yes.
It's a reveal of that. So they have launched home insurance, and they've been actively promoting that. They're very cleverly tied up with a lot of influencers, spoke about the benefits of home insurance, how easily accessible it is in terms of costs. And they did a really good job of that. So consistent sort of, perceptive building about home insurance itself. And now I think they've taken it to offline areas, like you mentioned, they've come to Emaar. They're promoting that directly with the homeowners and renters. And I do know from their social media page, they are now going to Aldar as well, which is in Abu Dhabi. And I'm assuming they're going to talk to the homeowners and renters and, persuade them to get home insurance. So I think it's a good work on them. They seem to be quite dedicated about it. I saw some stat that they put out as well, saying less than 3% of the residents in the UAE have home insurance. So very, quite alarming as a stat. So, and conversely, that means quite a lot of potential for insurers to penetrate.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think in places like the US, the renter's insurance is mandatory in many states. So you automatically get it. I remember getting it from Lemonade. And here it's not. We also know that another company which has made headway in the home insurance space here is Union Insurance, with their embedded offering with Etisalat. So, so that's probably another way of reaching home insurance targets in that sense.
Potentially, yes, absolutely. All of these guys have it. All these insurers have home insurance as a product, but we've not seen many who have actively promoted that. So kudos to Hala for having done that.
Yeah. Do you think this is probably their step into other lines of businesses other than motor and home as well?
Yeah. So it feels like now they will be on to pet, is my bet.
That's a good one.
Yes. So latest news around one of the companies that, recently got bought over, AXA. They have, officially rebranded themselves as GIG Gulf. Earlier, they had revealed the name, but never, really shown the look and feel. But I think now they've given us a preliminary look and feel of that. It is on their website, GIG Gulf itself, and you could see the rebranding. Even their CMO had revealed it in her video. So clearly, they're going towards that direction. But nevertheless, as it stands now from a customer acquisition point of view, they continue to be under AXA Gulf name. In fact, recently I got an ad on my feed, which is around the electric cars. So they're promoting, customers to purchase motor insurance through them if they have an electric car. Seems like they may have an add-on proposition for them. So so there is obviously campaigns going around under the name of AXA Gulf.
Yeah.
Roger? Yeah.
That's a bit strange, right? You still have the old branding and the ads are going around that. I wonder when that transition is going to happen. Good to see a cheaper insurance for electric cars. We all know that electric cars attract a higher insurance rate. So that's probably a good thing with a number of Teslas coming on the road. And I can see that their Insurtech partner, which is Bima, also is active on Instagram with I think they were advertising some free fuel, 100 dirhams worth of fuel. You take their insurance, stuff like that.
With Enoch backed.
Yes, which is the Enoch backed Insurtech.
And therefore the fuel.
And the CEO of which we want to get on the show at some point or the other.
Yeah.
And a number of other ads also running around. Notice that RSA was offering a very dirt cheap third-party insurance product starting at just $375 and get a quote in 3 minutes. So that's interesting. So we need to probably give their online portal a test run.
Yeah, good to know to see how they are performing at this point.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
and something on Policybazaar.
Yeah, no, so it was very interesting. I saw Policybazaar ads coming onto my feed, but not under the name of Policybazaar. It was Insurance Bazaar. Right. So it had a branding, it had a look and feel and whatnot. But if you read the copy and if you click on it and you get onto the landing page, it actually takes you to Policybazaar's landing page. Right. So that was very, very interesting. I was wondering, what is the tactic here? Why are they going through this? Is it a case of, the shadow websites that we had spoken about at the very first episodes where, we've seen a number of brokers trying to have multiple websites working towards, one company name. Could it be that case? Your thoughts, Renjit?
Absolutely. I mean, I think either it's that or somebody, made a small error somewhere, because if you go to the Facebook page and click on the link, it actually takes you to the India site, policybazaar.com, not UAE site. So we need to dig a little deeper into this.
It looks like it, because their Instagram ads is certainly taking us to the UAE site. So maybe it's something for Policybazaar to have a check.
Absolutely.
We hope you enjoyed our bite-sized episode of News with Analysis. We certainly enjoyed putting this together after a long time. If you like this episode, please leave us a review or a like and subscribe to our podcast. Our podcast is available on all your favorite podcast platforms. So please do check us out there. See you next time.
See you next time.